Before we get started, I want to take a second to introduce myself. My name is Kimberly Davis, and I'm one of the co founders of Build a Trader. And I've been day trading for over 11 years. Most people know me online as a Forex chick, but I want to say this up front so we are clear. I didn't get into this trading niche because it looked cool or because of the hype. I got into trading because I really wanted a way out of that traditional system, out of the idea you're just supposed to work most of your life to just maybe enjoy it later on. To me, it just never made sense. I wanted to travel, I wanted to experience life in real time, and I wanted to wake up and actually control my day. And more than anything, I wanted freedom, not just financially, but mentally. And here is where most people get it wrong. They chase the money first. And I didn't. I chased the freedom, and the money became the byproduct of building that skill. Now, let me be honest for a second. Most people end up choosing what feels safe. They choose that stability, they choose that predictability and that comfort. But in doing that, you give up your time, your flexibility, your choices, and your experiences. You don't realize the cost of that until years later have already passed. So I chose a different path, a path that did require discipline, a path that required learning a real skill, but in return, it gave me control. Now, let's fast forward. As a co founder of Build a Trader, my mission is simple to help traders stop guessing and start executing with structure. Because the truth is, most traders are not failing because they don't have a strategy. They fail because of hesitation, because they overtrade. They don't follow their rules and they allow their emotions to override their logic. So we ask a better question. What if we can take a working strategy and eliminate the human mistakes that destroy it? That's exactly why I partner up with Giovanni Cruz at the Trading Codes. Not just to create a random product, but to actually build something that improves your execution. We wanted something that works for someone who has a full time job, someone who can't sit in the charts all day, or someone who's just honestly sick of that inconsistency. So we built a semi-automated system on TradingView that gives you that structure, that confirmation, and that discipline. But now let me break this down. So it clicks for everyone that's on here watching. If you're that analytical person, you are going to appreciate those rules, confirmations. If you're someone that's more fast paced, you're going to love how it removes that hesitation and gives you clearer direction. And you're skeptical, you should be. Because nothing works without execution. And that is why we built this to fix exactly that. And if you're someone who wants a better life, more time, less stress, this is designed to help you move towards that. So instead of me just talking about it, let me actually show you what this actually looks like in real time. What I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to switch over to my charts. And I want you to pay very close attention to this part because this is where everything starts to make real sense. I'm going to be showing you how the system identifies real time opportunities, how it finds those entries, how it removes that guesswork, and how you can actually follow this step by step. And while I'm going through this, just don't watch this like a random entertainment. Really ask yourself, could I actually follow this consistently? Because that's the only question that really matters. All right, guys, let's get it. See you on the other side. All right, guys. Well, you've made it to the webinar. Welcome, welcome once again. I am Kimberly Davis, one of the co founders of Build a Trader, and we're so excited to share with you our semi automation product that's now available on TradingView. So, guys, over here we have NAS 100. The product works well with metals, indices, and crypto. And the reason why it's because these instruments have the most potential of having a lot of volume since this is a volume based momentum product. Now, a few things. I'm going to get some questions answered. Does this repaint? No, it does not. Does it
print after the move has been made. No, it does not. It actually prints live and in real time. So let's show you over here. We actually have a trade actively live right now. If you look at my screen, we are going to give you your entries, we're going to give you your stop loss, and we're going to give you your targets. So this trade was just called over an hour ago. And NAS called this buy. You see the product called the buy. It gives you your entry, and the entry was 23,695, and we have it now at 23,752. So this trade was active about an hour ago, and within the last 60 minutes, it almost went up 100 points. So imagine being inside of this market, right? You didn't need to make the decisions. You didn't need to have the guesswork. You didn't need to look for your targets. You didn't need to look for your stop loss, and you didn't even need to look for your entries. So how this product works is that on TradingView, when our requirements are met, you're going to see this on your screen. It's gonna print a live trade idea the moment that all of our confirmations are aligned, and it's going to print you out a real trade. And this is what I love, because you can send yourself alerts to your phone, to your email. So if you're away from your computer, if you're not trading in your trading window time, this is what will be delivered to you. So you get everything set and done for you. You get your entries, your confirmations are assessed, the probabilities assessed, your targets, and your risk to reward. So if you're looking for at a trade like this, you have a 3-to-1, right? Your risk was optimal because your reward was triple your risk. This is what sets us apart from a lot of traders, is that their risk management is what keeps them back at break even, or maybe just a little bit above profit or a little below negative, right? Because you win a trade, and then the losing trade, you give back your money. When you have a healthy risk to reward and you have that management on point, it eliminates that imbalance that many traders, even years after years, cannot figure out. What is that risk to reward? What is going to actually have their account scale and grow consistently? Now, are you going to make millions overnight? No. Are you going to have consistency? Yes. Are you going to have high probability? Yes. Are you going to have losses? Absolutely. But what I will tell you this is that our wins outweigh our losses, and that is why our system is literally holding one of the most highest retentions I've ever seen. I am seeing people pass prop firm challenges, turn into their live accounts, and actually withdrawing money daily. I've seen people compound on their live accounts. I've seen breakthroughs from all age groups. I've seen breakthroughs from very experienced traders that are now using our system as a confirmation tool or a guide tool, where to put their entries, where to put their targets, or where to put their risk, their stop loss. And as you can see here, this was a trade that had multiple confirmations. And also, we have different tools that are built inside to find and spot those trades. Now, if you're someone that trades the Asian session, at 8 o'clock, our product called the sell, right? It calls the sell, and this dropped from 715 all the way down to 645. Okay, that's pretty good. That's almost 65 points that you can be making at the comfort of your own home right after work. Maybe you're someone that gets home at 5 to 7 and you're like, you want to wind down real quick, get in the market, find a potential setup, and go to bed. And that's what this product did. It called the sell. It called the buy. This buy took a little longer. It took maybe about 45 minutes, but it got you 50 points. Then your sell got you 65 points. And this trade almost got you, the third trade, almost 100 points. Imagine being able to have a system that eliminates this, guys. We also had an extra sell called here that went down for 35 points. You see where we're going at this? Of the high probability when you're trading the right times. Many traders trade all sorts of hours randomly, and that is where they get caught up because they trade their winners at the right time and they trade their losers at the wrong time and end up giving the money right back to the broker or right back to your prop firm. So that is why finding a trading window and sticking to that window will give you an edge over the 99% of traders that are just random and all over the place. So let's just give you more examples. So when this prints out, your job is literally to buy or to sell and to put in the targets in your broker or your prop firm to follow along with our trades. Okay, so let's go. This is the Asian session. Let's show you opening bell. Let's show you another time. So we had this morning, let's find you 9:30. So 9:30, we had a sell, okay? The market sold for about 5 minutes. It dropped 9:56 to 8:96. So it dropped quite a few and then the market reversed, right? At 9:45, where product did not call that buy, but it did call the sell at 10:35. So you see that, guys? So you got one sell that was good for about 40 points. And then the market ends up calling a second sell, right? About an hour later. And look how incredible this sell planned out. And you could have just been done with your day. You could have put your stop in place, put your targets in place, and let the trade write itself out. Now, this is what you would look for in a New York opening bell trading window. This is what the product printed out. It printed out 2 sells and 2 winners. Now, if you're somebody that's looking to trade pre-New York, then we're going to be looking around 7 a.m., between 7 and 8 a.m. So it did print out one at 6:45. It printed a small sell that did not do anything. It just consolidated. And so it only got one trade, and this one was a break even. The sell activated, and it just ranged inside of here before it turned around at 9:10. And then we got the next sell that printed out at 9:30 and then 10:35, right? So if you look at our product, now say you were trading London, our product called the sell again. It called another sell at 4, and then that's at 6:40. So what we notice here is that the product is identifying that we're downtrending and is trying to find you the best entries for your sells. And as you can see, if you were in any of these trades, 1, 2, or 3, you would have won. This 4th trade would have been a break even or stopped you out at a small loss. So if you look at trade number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, we have 5 winners, 1 loss. That is what it should look like for a normal trader who's trading on edge, right? A great edge. Someone that has great logic, great trading system with rules to stick to, and then you're able to know, hey, I don't trade outside of these windows. I wait for the product to do all the analysis. The product analyzes and it pushes out a high probability trade. There are times that it will lose. There are going to be many times that it just wins. And the reason why is because nothing is bulletproof. Not even the top hedge fund performances, averaging out 10 to 12% a year. Think about it. These are people that hire the most brilliant coders, the best programmers, the best traders that they scout. And you're talking about people that have invested millions and hundreds of millions to billions, and they still average out 10 to 20% a year. And a lot of us have gotten into day trading, think that that is what we should be doing on a weekly basis. And the reason why a lot of traders never make it is because of the false expectations we fall under. Look, guys, the system is really great. But what makes it greater is your risk to reward, your management. How do you manage your winners? and versus how you manage your losers. Trading the same pair at the same time consistently, following your blueprints, sticking to your rules, and eliminating emotions so your emotions never override your logic. So I really want you guys to see this, right? This is just NASDAQ. Let's open gold and let's see what gold had. So we had a sell being called here. Look at that. Look at that sell. This is where your stop loss would have been placed. This would have been your entry. And then bam, look at this. Okay, product calls a sell. It calls a second sell again for London. And look at that beautiful drop, right? And then we wait for our 7 a.m. move. And it calls another drop here, guys, right into this sell. You see this sell right here? All right, guys. So we have our sell. And then we're waiting for that 9:30 move, guys. And the product didn't call nothing at 9:30, but it ended up calling at 10:35, 10:40, which was really good because this is showing you, hey, it may not call out trades in those times, right? But it's going to filter it out. So that is why we have this. You see this? It calls a beautiful trade. And then we don't trade these times. This is consolidation. You see this right here, guys? We're not trading in those times. We're not interested in those times because we want to make sure that we are eliminating some of our losses, right? It's not going to be bulletproof. Like I said, nothing is bulletproof. But if as long as you win more than you lose, or if you're winning and losing similarly, your wins have to literally be double to triple your risk. Because if for every loss, you have to have at least a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 risk to reward, because that gets you to absorb those losses. Don't absorb your wins. And that's what happening to traders is when you use the 1-to-1 concept. If you lose one and you win one, you're just break even. So if you lose 3 trades and you win 3 trades, you're at break even. If you lose 3 trades, right, and you win 5 trades, you're netting in profit, but that profit is very minimal because you're on a 1-to-1 concept. We do here a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 minimum, guys. Hopefully this is making sense if you're watching the webinar. But imagine having a system that does this for you. Taking out the emotions and putting logic into perspective. That is why we created this. We wanted to create a system that has high probability, high confirmations, great logic, good logistics behind it, great coding, multiple confirmations before it prints on TradingView, and you get this at the convenience of your phone, your tablet, your computer. You set your trading windows. You hop on our classes. We trade live every single morning at 9:30. We're live Monday to Thursday. We have live educations right after throughout the day, Monday to Thursday, making sure that you are on point. Making sure that you are on point and that you have everything that you need to get you prepared for being in the market and trading with real money, guys. And this is what sets us apart, is that we actually stand by our system. We have a tremendous amount of testimonies, thousands upon thousands of people really making it, guys. And I'm really happy that you still are on this video watching this, because if you haven't been excited in a long time, get excited, guys. Get that fire alive back inside of you, because there is a reason why you're here. You're not here by accident. You're not here because you just have this intuition. You're actually here because you're sick and tired of your situation. And I know exactly how are you feeling, because I was once there. But I also know that if I continue repeating the same patterns, I'm going to also live the same life that I'm trying to escape. So if this is somebody that I'm talking to that wants something different, that's looking for that edge, that's looking for that freedom, that tangible freedom, what I really want from you guys, just don't commit to this just to test it out. Make the decision that you're going to commit to this until this works for you, until you put in the time, until you follow the rules. And when you understand that transition, that consistency starts to flow in. and it flows in and it flows in. And that's when people start seeing their breakthroughs in trading. And I need you really guys to pay attention. So if you look at this, we have another trade being called out here, another trade being called out here, being called right on this gold. And look at the transition. You see your buys, price is sitting at TP1, and we're waiting to see if price goes to TP2, because that is what we need, guys. We need price to get to these price points so that we are able to be profitable. And that's why these things are so important, guys. And I really hope you are getting so much value from here, because this is really going to help. This is going to help you guys understand how the process works. Let me show you some Bitcoin trades, guys, so you can see we have a live trade that already finished. We had our Bitcoin called to sell, and it literally flew through TP1, 2, and 3, and your trade is done. And you're done, guys. We have sells being called here. So we can see that is downtrending and the product is calling sells at these times, right? And you see that these are all wins, guys. These are all wins, multiple wins. And that's why I love this, because it works great on high volume moving pairs. So if you guys have any more questions, make sure that you become a part of our community. Make sure that you stay connected, stay close to the fire, because we have so much more value to bring to you guys. And this is my time, guys. I really wish you the best. I hope to meet you on the other side in one of our live education calls or one of our live trade calls, so you can actually live life under your terms and conditions and take control back. Take that time back, take that freedom back, and alleviate that stress, that burden, that financial burden that a lot of us live under that chaos. And we have just been taught just to deal with it, that's part of life and that's how it should be. And that's probably the biggest lie and the biggest scam that I've ever felt, is that this is how we should all supposed to live. You're born to just survive and just end up dying. And to me, that's just not the vision that I had for my life and for my future generations. So if you're someone that can relate to this message, make sure you click that link and get onto that product. Bye, guys. Stay blessed and highly favored.